Welcome back. Our guest, Ehud Barak, is no stranger to the secretive world of special operations. He's famous for foiling an airplane hijacking by disguising himself as a mechanic, and for once dressing up as a woman during an undercover mission to kill Palestinians. Now there's another secret operation in the news, the assassination of a top Hamas commander in Dubai, and many are blaming that on Israel. Israeli Defense Minister Ehud Barak joins me again. Is this another secret Mossad operation?
I have nothing to say about this event in Dubai. But I want to correct you about the past. I never killed Palestinians per se. I killed terrorists who were directly responsible for the killing, indiscriminate killing of civilians. And I think that that's the kind of almost part of primary contract of the government with its citizens to protect them against indiscriminate killing of civilians.
Well, let me go back to this issue here, because at first, when the reports came out in Israel, there was, you know, a certain amount of pride and glee. There were also words to the effect that Israel this was the way to attack terrorism. And then things got a little bit dicey, because all these pictures came out, all the surveillance video, all the passports and the faked identities and the stolen identities, governments calling your ambassadors in to ask what on earth is going on, since many of those people who stole those identities are Israeli residents and or citizens. What was going on?
Christian, you know me long enough to assume that when I tell you that I have nothing to say about this story, I have nothing to say, and I will not say.
Would you deny it?
I will not say anything.
You believe, though, in targeted assassinations? Israel, I mean, look, there's the famous one back in Jordan.
Next interview, you can ask me about it. If I will answer this right now, I will implicitly answer your question. I say I do not have anything to say about this.
But how, okay, then how does it affect Israel's standing in the world, for instance? I mean, this is also giving you a credibility problem in terms of public relations. You are on a major public relations offensive after the Goldstone report, and after this as well, around the world, because people are saying, hang on, what is Israel doing in these circumstances?
I will not say a word about that story, but you mentioned Goldstone. I would like to say something about Goldstone. I think that after 7 years of suffering, thousands of rockets terrorizing our civilian population around the Gaza Strip, Israel had the right and the duty to respond. And Goldstone report is biased, distorted, totally unexplainable in my judgment, and it even encourages somehow terror, because it gives
His report encourages that?
Yeah, of course. He draws moral equivalence between the perpetrators of terror and its victims, and they are deliberately, Hamas and to Hezbollah as well, are deliberately using civilian population as human shields, and we, while being attacked. You know, I remember President Obama, still as a candidate, coming and show so much empathy to the citizens in Sderot. We just found ourselves in a situation where we have to act, and I can tell you, if it would have happened, if San Diego would have been bombarded 1 month from Tijuana this way, you would be already in Tijuana, and please look what will happen in El Marja, in Helmand Desert in the next few months.
Can I just, we're going to talk about the Goldstone report in a second, but first I want to go back to this issue of what happened in Dubai. How are you going to respond to all these governments, the British, now the Australian, French, German, all of those governments who are calling your ambassadors in to ask you what on earth is going on and why all those passports were found in your residents' possession?
I do not have anything to say about this story. It will not change it if you come from another corner into the same issue. I will not say anything.
Were you surprised that the Dubai government, were you surprised that the Dubai government, the Emirates government, launched such an exhaustive investigation? Did you expect in your wildest dreams that these pictures, that these passports would come out?
Christian.
No, I just want to know about the Dubai investigation. What do you think about it?
Christian, I told you I have nothing to say about this story, and I will not say when I have nothing to say. So I think that you better, for the benefit of the viewers, will change the issue for something like that.
We'll keep trying, and we're going to go to a break, and when we come back from a break, we're going to talk about the equally serious issue of what happened in Gaza, the Goldstone report, and Israel now quite on the defensive after that Goldstone report. That's when we come back.